This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Please consult a professional for
why your business name is ruining your ability to get business financing. Look, lenders care about your business name. Actually, they care about your industry, and your name oftentimes reflects the industry you're in. You have to tread lightly here because you can ultimately get denied or face greater underwriter scrutiny and get way lower approvals and higher interest rates than you should just because you choose the wrong business name. So let's decode this right now to help you make the right choices with your business name to get you the best financing at the best terms. So, what is it about your business name that can actually get you turned down? Well, it really has to do with your industry. Look, think of it like this. There's 3 categories that lenders will put you in based on your industry. One is green light. You're good. Your industry's not high risk. They're okay with it. It's acceptable. Just because you're in that industry doesn't mean you'll pay worse or better interest rates. The second category is known as facing greater underwriter scrutiny. And what this means is just because you're in this industry, the underwriters are going to look more aggressively at your application. Basically, it's harder to qualify because of the industry that you're in. And the third category is restricted, meaning that lenders will not lend to this industry. Now, some industries like the marijuana industry, for example, a lot of lenders won't lend in, but some actually specialize just in lending to that industry. So if you're in this category, it doesn't mean that nobody will lend to you. It just means that a lot of lenders won't lend to you because you are restricted. So obviously, to get you the most money at the best terms, we need to put you in the green light check mark category. We need to make sure that you're in an industry that actually isn't high risk, that doesn't face greater underwriter scrutiny, so you slide through clean the underwriting process, making it easy to get the money you need when you need it. And there's 2 steps to basically do this. Step number 1, what industry are you in? You should know this. It's called a NAICS code, NAICS. And you can go to NAICS.com and do a search to find the right industry for you, but choose wisely. Some industries, again, are perceived as high risk. Now, you can easily Google high risk NAICS codes, and you'll find 2 good resources. One is from NAICS.com themselves, and the second is from Credit Suite, where we list all different types of high risk industries, why they're high risk, and the industries you want to avoid. Now, once you know what's high risk, now you can go in and find the right NAICS code for your business. But again, choose wisely, because oftentimes you have multiple choices. Let's look at Credit Suite, for example, right? We are here providing you education, so we can be perceived as an education company. We also provide the cutting edge fundability software that helps business owners improve their fundability, build their business credit, and get financing. So we could also be seen as a software company, and we also are experts in helping business owners get money, get capital. So we could be seen as financial services as well. So which industry do we choose? Well, there's 2 things that determine the right NAICS choice for us. Number 1, what is not high risk? Financial services is seen as a high risk industry. So we won't choose financial services because we don't want to be perceived as high risk when we're applying for loans and credit. The second thing is when we go to sell the business, what industry will make us worth the most amount of money? Now, these are called multiples. You're probably familiar, where we can get a multiple of what our profits ultimately are. Well, software companies have a way higher multiple than education companies. There's our choice. Software puts us in a low risk industry with the greatest chance of exiting at the highest valuation. That's why we choose the actual NAICS code that we have for software publishers. This is the kind of thought process you want to go through to find the right NAICS code for your business. Now, once you know this is what you want to put on every application, every place that somebody's asking you the industry that you're in on paper. You want to put the exact industry, the exact description per your NAICS code, even the NAICS code itself. And if you haven't done this already, you want to go back and update the IRS to make sure they have the right NAICS code. You also want to make sure that you go to the business credit reporting agencies, pull your reports, and make sure they have the right NAICS code as well. And in the future, every time you apply for credit financing and it asks your industry, you want to use the exact description that NAICS gives you and the NAICS code themselves, so there's no confusion of them misassociating you with an industry you're not even in. And the second step, you've got to make sure your business name does not reflect you're in one of these high-risk industries. Look at Credit Suite. We did it all wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. We knew this coming in that credit in our name would hurt us, but we're okay because we're experts in credit and financing, so we know how to have enough compensating factors to offset that weakness. But when you are coming up with the company name, make sure that it does not indicate you're in one of these high-risk industries, because just your name having an indicator that you're in a high-risk industry will put you in one of those other two buckets of facing greater underwriter scrutiny or getting automatically rejected because your industry risk is too high. Look, I can't tell you how big of a deal this is. The IRS actually conducts audits based on where your expenses compared to others in your industry. If they have your industry wrong, it's what triggers tax audits, right? And that's not what you want to have happen. The same thing happens with the business credit reporting agencies. They actually categorize you based on your business, assign you being higher risk, lower scores, making it harder for you to get approved for the credit and financing that you want to get. And they also have comparison scores where they compare you against others in your industry. You can see how problematic this can be if they're associating you with the wrong industry, an industry that you're not even in. There's a lot of problems with being seen as being in the wrong industry, and it commonly happens because you set up a bank account and the banker asks you what industry you're in, and you make up some vague answer, and they're going to a computer, pick the wrong one, they share the information with other banks, and it's all a nightmare from there. So make sure you take the steps we talked about in this training. This puts you in the green light category, giving you the best chance of getting the most money at the best terms for your business. Hey, and by the way, check out creditsuite.com/foundation for more tips on improving your fundability, and get in touch with us here at Credit Suite if you want to get your fundability score to see how fundable your business is, and actually get access to a fundability system that helps you improve fundability, build your business credit, and get financing. Did you get value from this training? If so, make sure you like and subscribe, and keep your eye out for our next training where we talk about more cool ways to get the money you need to start and grow your business.